Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Sorry for the abrupt ending there. I kind of forgot that after Hell's Lid, you come down here, so... Talk to the cat, or the weasel. What does the fox have to say? Oh, great. Wait, so didn't we fight you? Weren't you like one of the second to last enemies right before, Genbu? Heh. Kamaitachi. Hey, that hurt. You don't have to give everything you had in that fight, you know? I only just went through the change, so it's not like I was going to slow you down that much. Well, I suppose you didn't know it was all for show, and I was probably really intimidating. Oh, right, you were asking about the collective, weren't you? Let's see, Genbu's the oldest of us, oldest in the Far East too, I think. One of the four lords, so as you can imagine, he's much more powerful than regular old auspices like me. Ah, but you probably knew all that already. Well, Clyde didn't know jack shit. Just went through the change. Rat! Rat! I'm an otter, good sir! Inogami is my name. Men speak it in hushed tones, mistakenly believing me to be a vengeful spirit that murders indiscriminately. There was a time when I killed men by the hundreds, but that was in retribution for the countless creatures they themselves mercilessly slaughtered. It was most deliberate. How much more of the old tales are true? Well, clearly all of them, because we live in a fantasy world, but, you know. What is that? Kudakitsune? A friend of mine, Tamamo Gozen, once called this place home. Possessed of 9 tails, her power far eclipsed my own. But one day she left to live amongst man. What became of her, I wonder? Hey, that's the Fate boss in the Exia. Thorny predicament, huh? Clairvoyance. So you can see the future. What was that? How do you say that? Aramitama? Aramitama? I guess, yeah. The primal rage and the Nigimitama, the boundless calm. These elemental forces comprise the soul of an auspice, and it is only when they are in balance that we are truly ourselves. Alas, over great spans of time, or when caught in the midst of tumultuous events, this balance may be disrupted, and the soul may be divided. An auspice overcome by the Aramitama is a wild feral thing, all the more dangerous for their divinity. Calamity and catastrophe invariably follow, tremors and floods, which destroy men's works. Auspices can bring about these natural disasters? How frightening! Perhaps, but you must remember that there are auspices who delight in aiding the peoples of these lands, auspices who may have even wreaked havoc in the past. Recall you the tale of Tenzin and the Four Lords? One Soroban told us before about a samurai and the auspices who drove the Oni from this island into the sea? Just so, yet I fear his accounting of events is not quite accurate, for it was not Oni we and Tenzin cast out from this palace, but an auspice. An auspice with the power to move heaven and earth, Ko-Ryu. Wholly consumed by the Aramitama, he stoked the flames in this island's heart until it very nearly erupted in a fiery maelstrom. Tenzin led us into battle against our mad brother, and together we sealed him in this temple. But as the truth of the tale fades from memory, so too do our wards weaken. I fear. Should Koryu break free, he may well finish what he began, and ensure my vision of flames comes to pass. So long story short, you want Clyde to give this Koryu what for when he wakes up? I should think not. His accomplishments notwithstanding, it would be foolish for any mortal to face Koryu without proper assistance. To wit, that of the four lords. Regrettably, I am not the young Auspice I once was, and to make matters worse, my three compeers have nearly succumbed to the Uramitama. Come me forfend. 3 of the 4 lords have gone mad. The Ruby Sea is doomed. Nearly succumbed. Nearly. Alas, in marshalling their strength to retain control, they are unable to commit their powers to the preservation of the wards holding Koryu in his prison. And now that we have a full and complete understanding of the situation, we may at last discuss your part in all this, warrior. I would have you and your comrades face mine in battle and quell their raging Uramitama. What say you? So I don't get to kill them? Well, it's still something. Wow, that's... that's... that's kind of fucked up. Oh ho ho! You are an intriguing one, aren't you? We are grateful for your assistance. Let us brook no further delay and introduce you to another of the 4 lords. I informed Byakko of your arrival when you first entered our domain. He should be returning any moment now. Come, come. Byakko, that's a white tiger. And there he is, all of a sudden. He's big and he's got horns. What did you eat to get that big, buddy? Ugh. No words will fail, and Koryu will break free. Before he does, you must quell the raging Uramitama in your soul. This warrior will help. Doubt not his strength, for he has danced with Susanoo himself. A bold, audacious claim. Yet if Gimbu believes it true, the more I look at you, the more of him I see. A similar presence, perchance. A light. Very well. I will bow to my brother's judgment. Wonderful! Then without further ado, I shall bid my comrade relax and surrender to the Uramitama. What? Here now? Won't he go on a murderous rampage? Oh yes, that's further the point. He will be reduced to the feral beast. And then it will be Clyde, was it? Clyde's turn to do battle with my brother and help him quell the fury within. But if all it takes to quell the Uramitama is battle, then why did you not do the same for Koryu? Why seal him away? Because it was too late. As I said, Koryu was wholly consumed by the Uramitama. Naught remained of the Nigimitama. All that he was forever lost to us. The effort I expend to hold back the fury I will instead use to safeguard the calm. It is then you must act, but know that if you fail, it will only hasten my fall. My soul is in your keeping, Clyde. Do you understand? The land of his birth, huh? Okay. He called Tataru an excitable urchin. He sure did. Okay, let's go stop by Kugane right quick. 'Cause we don't have enough item level to queue for, what was it, St. Mosian's Arboretum on, Astrologian without getting some gear upgrades. We should be able to get an upgrade or two for Clyde, depending on how cheap they are from the market board. And then we can pop over to Yangxia and see about helping Byakko out. Let's see here. We could get the Bright Cyclist of Healing, or we could get the Rakshasa Dogi of Healing. What's this look like? 27k. Oh, it's a monastic set from Heavensward, but it's been repurposed for healers. How much does the how much does this cost though? Let's see, 82k for the one that matters, huh? Yeah, let's go with this. Subsets don't really matter, so. Let's see. Doobie doop, 25k. Doobie doop, 35k. Yeah. I'd rather be cheap. I'd rather be cheap. Doodaloo, doodaloo. I wonder why the headpiece was so much cheaper than everything else. And while we're at it, let's NPC some of our old gear. Could just throw it down, but we could just throw it down, but that's good enough for now. Let's sort. Start equipping. Okay, I actually kind of dig that. Still haven't gotten any better rings yet for healer, as far as I can tell. I mean, I guess that would be a slightly better one. I could just as easily sell that. Ah, well, doesn't really matter. Okay, not gonna even bother with melds or anything. Let's go ahead and queue for St. Mosian's Arboretum and see if we have the same bullshit happen to us that happened the last time when we did normal mode. Do you remember that episode if you watched it? Do you remember that fucking slack-ass ninja that basically walked into fights, did one spinning edge, and then sat down? Like, oh, it was dreadful. And I couldn't really do anything about it because the samurai disconnected right when I initiated the vote kick. So I couldn't overrule the other guy who said no. And got to find out that if, you know, if there's a tie, then the person stays. That samurai never came back either, and that was just, that was like, that was just so frustrating. The Morble's dead. I thought it would be like crazy, you know. Wow, actually a lot of the plants are dead. Or maybe weighed down with the mud or the fertilizer or whatever it is. Fertilizer, manure, it's shit. Everything in here is now caked in shit. Immaculate Appa. What the hell? It's literally just a pile of shit. Some people viewed this dungeon as a meta commentary on the dev team not wanting to design dungeons anymore. Personally, I think it was just them grasping at straws on what they could do with this dungeon, you know. But there might be some truth in it. I mean, they didn't have to give us literal piles of shit as the monsters, right? Oh, we should have food eaten. Let's see. Apple juice. Yeah, sure, why not? I think I got that from questing. I did some quests in Quarry Mill because I was in an argument on the official forums about some dialogue that happens in regards to the elementals and Gridania and how they treat Alamegan refugees. Kind of interesting. So the exact same entrance. Looks like we gotta fight a Nulchu. And he looks like he's roided up on the shit, so... Give me a balance, please. Give me a balance, please. Headgummit. I think he's gonna eat that Rakavsnik or something. I really don't remember. Despite my best efforts, I can't remember every single boss in this game. Yeah, he's gonna eat it. the tank buster. Man, Essential Dignity for over 30,000. It's been a long time since I played Astrologian at all. Odious Atmosphere, huh? Now this dungeon actually drops, I think it's item level 355. So we could have actually gotten some great healer upgrades in here. But unfortunately, you know, we couldn't even queue for it with the gear we had on. And I wanted to fast queue because, you know, I've got other things to record. I've got other dungeons to do. I've got 24 mans to do, you know? Just isn't a, I got another Immaculate Appa. Ooh, we'll take that ring. That'll actually be an upgrade. I wish they would take about 40 seconds off the sleeve draw timer. That'd be nice. But, oh well. That Blooming Beloco, that spell he cast, Roly Poly, it can turn you into a Corpo Cocker or whatever. And it can turn enemies into it too. And that's how you can speed up the pull. So if you just pull this Blooming Beloco to the next pull and let them cast on these enemies that are coming up, they die faster. And they do less damage. They also don't do their normal ability trains. So we missed out, but oh well. I feel like Lightspeed, since they took away the MP thing, they should make it shorten the recast time too. Not just get rid of the cast time, but also shorten the recast time, so you just have instant spells. It's like gravity as fast as you can hit the button. Of course, that would be OP, and then everyone would want to play Astrologian for stuff, and it'd totally break the game, so whatever. Man, that's a lot of mud down here. That would be an upgrade if we could win that. And they interrupted the Beloco again. I suppose I could tell them to not interrupt the Beloco, but I don't know. Hopefully that Bard stops getting hit by shit at some point. Like, I will buff you and stuff, guy, but stop getting hit by shit. Oh, the tank turned off their tank stance. Here we got Lakamhu, who looks like a succubus, but she's made out of shit or something. Let's try to get a good look at her. see. Yeah, she's like an Earth-aspected succubi or something. I wonder what that's all about. Maybe that's what's going on in this place. Maybe Voidsent got in and are making the shit, you know, shitty. Earthshakers, huh? Yeah, despite the fact that she's a succubus that's like aspected to shit, she actually looks quite good. Like, I think it's my favorite succubus design. Let's see, we want to be like right here, I guess. Healing gloves. Casting earrings. Okay. I'll take it all. I'll take it all. I don't mind. I don't mind. Hopefully this tank remembers these last couple of pulls in here. There's going to be some water spouts that I can turn on. And if you pull the shitty monsters into it that are covered in the mud, it'll wash the mud off of them and they won't be as strong. It's easy to forget though, because it's just like the last two pulls or something. It's ridiculous. I hope they remember. And I hope they pull big, too. Eh, if they don't pull big, it's okay. Now we get to see the monster's true forms. I mean, we would if... There we go. You have to get the center of the hitbox into the water stream. Something like that, anyway. The aiming choker? I don't need that. Got a whole shit room here. Now this boss is actually one of my favorite bosses. It's not very much of a boss. Like, it's not hard, but it's got really interesting mechanics. So, despite the fact that it's just a pile of shit. So, whatever the shit underneath the grates happens, don't stand on the grates. Don't put those on the green pads because it does that. I done goofed. Takapchi. Takapchi? No, it doesn't, Shit mechanics. Yeehaw! I actually once on Warrior back in the day soloed this from about 60% because my party did not understand the mechanics at all. And that could have gone better. Basically what kept happening is that ad that pops up, it's unkillable. So what you gotta do with it is you gotta knock it onto one of the platforms to keep the it from growing. If it grows too many times, it explodes, just like it did. And you get damage dealt down, and you know, among other things. So, all right. Not like a glistening astrologian or anything, but we're not undergeared by any means. Let's see, we're 35 minutes into the recording. We've got 25 minutes left. Hopefully that didn't move us back all the way to the frickin' Dravonian hinterlands, because I got shit to do in Yanxia. Ahem. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, that's my fault. Fresh air at last, I tell you. It's clammier than a goblin's arse crack in there. Yeah, that's because that's an entire dungeon covered in shit. It seems to be what happened was Voidsent came through and possessed Korpakakur or whatever and took control of the shit and clogged up the filtration system and the irrigation system or whatever, so actually kind of a neat thing for like a botany dungeon. Bizarre ooze, huh? Angry, huh? Honey, that thing is huge and thoroughly soaked in the shit. You're gonna need, you know... I call bull. There's no way you did that with just the water that you could get with your hands. Heh. Man, Clyde is a meanie in these last few dialogue options. We can visor on this. Yeah, we can. So we can see our face or our eyes or whatever. Well, anyway. Back to the House of the Fierce. And as it stands, that's all the dungeons we can do for right now. We'll have to... Well, no, actually it's not. Because we haven't done the 24-man yet. We can do the 24-man. I might set that up next recording or two or whatever, depending on what we do with the rest of this one. But basically, Byakko here is going to be a trial. And after him, there's some more storylines and some instance battles and things with the other auspices. And then you get access to a dungeon called the Swallow's Compass, which is actually, I think, the last side dungeon available to us in Stormblood. I might be remembering wrong, but... Your Snow White fur marked you as a harbinger of doom, huh? What about your purple stripes? Let's see here. The Jade Stoa. 13 minutes. Oh, man. Well, I guess we could cut it here, or I could continue doing storyline. See what happens. I guess we could also go turn in to kill a Koworl. Although, you know what? Next video I can open up with Byakko or the 24-man. But in this video, let's go ahead and go to Sid and the others and go see what that instance battle in the Fringes is all about, because I think even with applicable cutscenes, we should be able to get through it within the next 19 minutes. I've been wrong before, but I don't think it'll take that long. And if it does, then, well, eh. I should have gone to Peering Stones. I am just bad at this today. Oh, did I was like, come on now. Got too many quests going here. I'm trying to even the experience points out across jobs that I intend to level on Clyde. Because we're a little bit ahead on experience points because we're not going to get any level 71 quests until we're finished with Stormblood, and we're only about halfway through with post. You know, we're one or two quests away from starting 4.3, and that'll come with its own trial, and I think it comes with another dungeon. I want to say that it does, but it's been a long time. Another story dungeon. So we'll see. I might be thinking of 4.4 though. I know for sure there's a trial though. Alright, let's see here. Ready for anything, huh? Yeah, I could do that. Let us begin. Alright. Oh, I should have taken off the visor. Eh, whatever. So we literally just jumped down the bank and jumped into the magenta goop. Are you happy, Colby? I said magenta. Uh-oh. Alpha's the only one that's solid. Would eyes even work if they became intangible? I mean, we can still see each other, so we must be reflecting some sort of light. Welcome home, Alpha. Welcome, mortals. The feck? I am Omega, and I've awaited your coming. I communicate with you now via one of my monitors. You stand in the rift between dimensions, where a vital experiment is presently in progress. Your participation is appreciated. Please indicate your consent. Blip. Experiment? If you want our participation, you'll have to tell us a little more than that. Wow, we're disappearing. Non-participating entities will be summarily erased. Please indicate your consent. Blip. Not much of a choice there, is there? Seems we can't even exist here without Omega's leave. I think it's fairly clear what we have to do, don't you? Chocobo, what should we do? Yeah, I don't know why we would ask the Chocobo jack shit. But, he is adorable, isn't he? He's a big hit with a large portion of the player base. I guess he's alright. Thank you for your cooperation. You are provisionally assigned to the Alpha Group. Word. There's like eggs. Interdimensional rift. Ethereal rift. Huh. Looks like a manner of tower or egg. The aim of the experiment is to determine the mightiest being in creation. To that end, 89 candidates have been selected and recreated. They are grouped by dimension, matched by strength, and pitted against one another. That which you identify as a chocobo is subject alpha, and you have been assigned to its group. This assignation is tentative, however, pending an assessment of your fitness to serve as fully fledged test subjects. Your combat capabilities will be evaluated shortly. Combat capabilities? You mean you want us to fight? Affirmative. A course shall be constructed for this purpose, through which you must attempt to fight your way. Your suitability will be confirmed, reaching the Deltascape test world beyond. Please note, however, that only entities with existential authorization may interact with the objects in the rift. Of your number, only Alpha has this at present. Before you may engage in combat, said authorization must be temporarily transferred to you. Bloop bloop. So we're in the Chocobo's hand now. Ha! An invitation from Omega itself. Not even I could have foreseen this. We're accepting it, of course. It's preferable to some area raciers, I'm sure you'll agree. Man, he even got Midgard Swarmer. Alpha, was it? My colleagues and I are minded to participate in Omega's experiment. Will you transfer your authorization to us? Existential authorization transferred. Subjects ready to engage. Please begin at your own convenience and proceed as directed. Now, this music that's playing is actually a it's a rendition of the Interdimensional Rift theme from Final Fantasy V. Reach the Deltascape. This may have been a mistake to start this this close to the end. Maybe if I had only teleported to Peering Stones instead. I suppose we'll see. We got about 11.5 minutes. Hey look, Nero's got his gunblade. Well, if I can't hurt you, then I might as well meditate. Apparently Wedge's specialty is barriers. White flame, huh? I don't remember these things having quite so much HP. Okay, so hurry up and blow the monitor up, please. Also, these monitor things, they're a reference to the enemy level checker from Final Fantasy V as well. Kinda neat getting to fight alongside Nero, in addition to the Ironworks. Probably more stuff to kill. Oh, trippy. Sid's back there punching the air like already. I've been ready. Oh, we've seen these before. We saw them in, what was that, Sorkai? Of course, then they were bigger, but they're also a reference to Final Fantasy V. Which I mentioned that back then too, I think. I'm kind of sad that, like, I like Gunbreaker, the version that we got, but I'm kind of sad we didn't get the Garlean Gunblades. And I'm also kind of sad that, like, okay, so they didn't want to give us the Garlean Gunblades. They wanted to give us Gunblades that look more like Final Fantasy VIII version of Gunblades. Okay, whatever. But we didn't even get the same attacks, right? Like, it doesn't bug me like as a lore problem because they came up with its own unique lore, but it bugs me because I think that, you know, that 4-part combo hit is really cool looking. Yeah, but you're more qualified in the combat department. Sid's wielding that, like, wrench knife thing again. Formidable presence, huh? Oh, King Behemoth. Okay. Ow. That hurt. Get that out, you. Yay, duty complete. We got like 4 minutes to get through the cutscene. Come on, cutscene. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's like a castle. It's like the castle from the interdimensional rift in Final Fantasy V. Group subjects by dimension, huh? Well, it's clearly their dimension. The Final Fantasy V dimension. The feeblest and farthest removed from myself. Oh, Omega. Nonetheless, you are now fully fledged test subjects. Welcome, weakest of challengers. As corporeal life forms, you need not undergo development within a test world. Instead, you may use this space freely. Not quite what I would have chosen, but one must make do. Speaking of which, what is it that we're supposed to do exactly? You are to enter the Zeloscape and defeat all test subjects within. Please note, however, that strength in numbers will not be acknowledged. There is a strict limit upon how many entities may participate in combat. Only a small party may have an existential authorization transferred from Alpha. Good luck. Blip. So the eggs do contain our fellow test subject, just as I predicted, eh, Garland? Well, it's pretty obvious. Base of operation. Yeah, that's a good idea. And there's this unique instanced area here. I was thinking about asking the crew to throw some supplies in after us, but only the gods know if they'd make it here in one piece. You can bet they wouldn't be the right way up if they did, though. Ooh, all that jumping and fading and fighting really took it out of me. Ready now is a steaming hot cup of tea, and nothing makes a better brew than the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, coming soon to a Garland Ironworks approved vendor near you. Sorry, Jesse made me do it. Okay, well, hey look, the Boil Master. Okay. Well, we're pretty much out of time, so next time we'll either start here or we'll start with Byakko. I'd like to start with Byakko, just to get him out of the way. And, yeah, so thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a nice day.